And we are back. We've given it a couple of minutes. We are going to go mining.
We've decided that in a very roundabout way, what's the best thing that's going to happen is we're going to build our house out of stone brick. Now, to do that, we're going to need a lot of stone because it's going to be quite a big house. The best thing to do is to go and build ourselves a tool forge for which you need lots of grout and lots of iron. So we're going to go and try and find the iron now, and then we're going to work on the grout. I think we've probably got enough for the grout, but the iron is on its way. This is the problem with FTB, I've found, though, because we start out and our objective is to build a house. So before we build the house, we need to do this, and then we need to do this, and then we need to do. It's very easy to get caught up in lots of things in FTB and kind of find yourself.
Good though, I liked that.
Oh, it's very engrossing.
I like being spoiled for choice in a way.
Yeah, but you'll get times and then like half an hour later, you'll be like, oh, wasn't I meant to be? Oh, but first I need to, and then I need to, and you get.
And
caught up in things very
of
quickly.
Pages and you're just like, I want to build this. How do I get all the stuff to build this?
Yeah. Speaking of, while we're on our travels, if you see any gravel or sand or clay, then collect that because that's what we need for grout.
Okay, cool.
So, and of course we'll need coal because we're going to be hopefully going to build it out of stone brick, which requires us to smelt the cobble back into stone.
Oh man, see, there's our shopping list already. It's just in a couple of letters. And
if we wanted, we could try and find a minium stone. So if you find any monsters, kill them. We'll get the minium shards from that, because that will mean that we can turn the stone bricks into mossy stone bricks or cobblestone brick. Shattered stone bricks.
I see. Okay, so that makes sense.
Those are things that we could do as well. Now we've already found a huge vein of iron right near the surface, which is pretty good.
Have you? I've just found a big vein of coal as well.
Oh, good. I think, from memory, we need 4 blocks of iron, which translates into 36 bits of iron ore.
Right.
So I've got 16 or so already. There's 12 back at the base, which I checked before we left. So I think we've almost got our requisite amount, almost.
Nice.
Yeah. But let's go ever deeper and deeper, just in case. See, it's so much quicker when we're working as a team.
It is.
When I'm by myself, I'm like, oh, so much to do.
I know, right? And then suddenly as a team, you're like excited because one of you's already found something, so you're always pressing on and
Before you know it, you're dead because you've found a creeper and he's exploded everywhere.
Indeed.
But it's okay because it somehow ties into the lesson about the power of friendship.
The power of voodoo.
Nobody really knows why.
So, what exactly is our aim? Sorry, I've kind of forgotten. I have to say, we're trying to get not diamonds. Well, I mean, ostensibly, but we're also trying to get iron.
Well, yeah, it all depends on what do you mean? Our long-term aim?
I guess our short-term aim in terms of like mining and stuff. You said something about a device.
Okay,
or
well,
like a mining assist.
You know these tools that we're using now, the Tinker's Construct tools. Okay, well, there's another layer of them, which, for instance, there's a what's it called? A hammer of some sort. I can't remember the exact name. And that mines stone-based products in a 3x3 grid.
Okay, so we're after a hammer that makes things in a 3x3 grid. Yeah, essentially.
Rather than having to do it in just mining one at a time because it's relatively slow, we're going to try and do it in a 3x3 grid because that means we'll be able to get a lot more. Like inversely, it'll save us time having to do all that first.
Sure. How do we power this though? I mean, do we power it or do we repair it?
It's the same as these tools, so it's it weakens over time. We don't power it at all. It's just a tool. But the problem is we can't make it with the current level of Tinker's tables that we've got so far. Okay. For instance, we've only got this tool station. We need something called a tool forge, and a tool forge is going to allow us to get this thing. Now, the other thing that we can do, or the other thing that we've got, which we haven't explored yet, is a Tinker's Construct smeltery. Now, that's a multi-block, and multi-blocks, of course, being sort of big machine-like things made up of several blocks. And what the smeltery will do, it'll allow us to melt metal, because right now we can only really build our tools out of stone and bone and wood and flint. We can't really use any metal products to mill our things. Now the metal ones, don't forget, as you get higher in quality of the material. So for instance, if we used a diamond, diamond tipped hammer, then every time we'd repair it, we'd have to repair it with a diamond, right? Or with more than one diamond. So that's why stone is really the best thing to use, and then you can get things that augment the stone to push it up the level. Because right now, of course, these stone tools that we're making, they can only mine as much as stone tools can in Minecraft.
Yeah.
So they could, if we came across a
basically
diamond,
we need to buff them.
We need to buff them, yeah.
The tools that we've got, so that they're worth more than the things that we use to repair them. I.e., the thing that we use to repair them is so common that we can get more of it to make it cost effective for us to keep repairing the tool.
Yeah. So it's a balance between like finding the crappiest things, like really really crap, like wood or dirt. I don't think you can make it out of dirt, but you get the point. It's balance between finding something which is decent to use and something that is cheap to repair.
Yes.
So either stone or iron is good. Now, of course, like I say, we can't do iron yet because we haven't got the smeltery. But the smeltery is one thing that we can get once we've got our big base, because obviously, being a multi-block, it's quite a large, construct wouldn't fit in our base as it is now.
Cool, I see. I got you. Well, I think I've got you anyway. To be honest with you, this video and maybe a couple of the others have turned into like super long wiki videos on FTB, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, by any stretch of the imagination.
I hear you all cry, why is there not a wiki video on these things? Well, there might be soon.
You never know.
He taps his nose cryptically.
Well, I have 26 iron. There's 16 in here.
Okay.
There's 12 that's been made, so we've already got well over 30.
We've got enough iron then. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to try and find some more. Wait, I think we've got the clay.
I've got a lot of gravel.
You've got lots of gravel.
I've got
good.
18 gravel.
Well, I've got a certain amount of gravel as well. I think I've got a stack in a bit.
We can dig from outside here. The front of our place, there's a little lake.
Okay, so with your gravel and the sand and the clay which you've got, can you go into NEI and search grout and then press R? Well, actually, probably in recipe mode. So click on the grout and see how it's made, and make us some grout. Okay. We're going to need at least. We only need 12, I think. But
great.
The more grout we have, the better, really. It's useful. Oh no, you've got it in cheat mode. So rather than get rid of that.
How do I?
I hope nobody saw that.
I hope no one saw that.
Just
how did I do that?
Well, you've got it in. There's two ways that you can have it in NEI. You can either have it in cheat mode or recipe. Well, I think there's three, but cheat mode or recipe mode. Now, cheat mode, of course, if you click on something, then it'll give you a stack of that thing.
Okay, I'm on recipe mode now.
Okay, now it's in recipe mode. If you click it, then it'll just tell you how to make that certain thing.
So clay, sand, gravel gives 2 grout.
Seems about right.
That seems to work quite happily.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like I say, we don't need much in the way of grout for this particular thing.
Clay. Ooh, there we go. And gravel. Which I've got. So sand, clay. I wonder if they have to be in the arrangement. They don't. Cool. Grout. Okay, how many do I need? I've made 6.
Okay, now what the grout needs to go is that grout needs to go into a furnace, and each grout is going to make a seared brick.
Okay.
Okay, and once you have, we need at least 12 seared brick.
Okay.
Once we have the 12 seared brick, you put them in a square recipe, the basic kind of block recipe, and that makes a seared block. Now the seared block is what we need both for FTB, both for the forge, and for later on for the furnace, which is why feel free to make extra grout, because we'll just use it later on in the furnace.
That makes sense to me.
Okay, I think I'm nearing the complete. I've just kind of gone in a bit of a circle and just got as much good stuff as possible.
Cool. Well, we'll see you guys in the next episode, where we're going to play with a lot of seared bricks. We're going to make some epic tools of mining destruction. And
we're going.
I'm gonna sleep. Toby's not back home yet, but
It's okay. Don't wait up.
I won't. See you guys soon.